Right, I think we're live. I think this thing's on. We are on for season 14, week 1, Silver Series races. I'm going to be your host, Bumpskag, and I am joined with last year's Open Series champion, the ever famous, the ever popular Mr. Oscar Forth. How are you, bud?
Wow, I'm doing great. Thanks for that intro.
You know we love you, homie. We love you.
Oh, yeah.
So, Oscar, this is our first time in the booth, man. I don't know, I'm excited. I'm nervous. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm super excited to be here.
Oh, man, I'll tell you. So, tonight's week 1, Silver Series races. And, as we look through the list here, we've got some faces that are gone from last year and some new faces as well.
Oh, absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm not in the practice lobby right now, so I can't really see who's all in there. But I do know some of the names like Blood and Teague and Mamba, who came up from bronze on Monday. And
totally ruled bronze, so he'll now be a silver racer. We got a notable addition this year. Captain Napkins is coming down from Gold Series and going to be running in silver this year. A familiar face that we all know, Mr. Colt Chevy, has moved up to Gold Series and no longer will be in silver this year. So, it should be some good racing. What do you expect tonight, Oscar?
Well, I said early on this morning in the Discord that I have a pick that's going to win at least one race, if not both. But I'm kind of keeping that close to the chest. I don't want to jinx anything. I have my favorites, and Blood and Tears and I are really tight. We're really close friends. So I'd like to see him pull up a podium, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Blood has moved up big time this year. This guy is showing up and putting up some fast times.
Absolutely, and normally on our like in just our playing around lobbies and stuff like that, he is consistent with fast laps, even with gold and top tier silver drivers in there in the public lobby. So we'll see how it goes tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with this guy. It's like he's still on automatic, which is completely insane to me. I don't get it. I can't.
Automatic is the way to go, man.
Oh, what? What are you talking about? What?
I'm an automatic as well, although I'm, bronze B, but that's okay. I'll get up there.
Yeah, I've tried, and it baffles me. I run behind Blood, and him and I are so equally matched when we race against each other. And every time he gets next to me, every time he passes me, or every time I get up near him, that always crosses my head. This dude's on an automatic.
Right? Yep, absolutely.
I would say we all have to start somewhere, but this guy is well beyond the starting phase.
Yep, a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. So there are some rules that we should go over here while these guys are getting ready to qualify here. Number 1, these guys are going to get up here in the lobby and they're going to run some qualifying laps. And this is going to determine how they place in the race that's upcoming. There's going to be a 40-lap race at Bloomfield Speedway. It's a nice little dirt oval. So tonight we are running a little differently than we are in bronze or gold this year. Each series got to do a little vote on what they wanted for rules and how they were going to apply those rules. So in Silver Series, there's going to be a tally system. There is not going to be the instant caution like you saw in bronze. So they're going to be a 2 tally system, and on the oval track, it's going to be a 2-car situation where 2 cars are going to cause a tally. If you run off the track on your own, well, then that's your own fault. Now they also voted. Now, Oscar, I know you're going to have some input here, my friend. They also voted on realistic damage this year.
Yeah, that was a situation that was brought up last season. Last season got a little rough. So they thought in our meetings that, okay, well, let's go to realistic damage. And there was, I'd say it was a little lopsided, about 70-30 with who wanted to do what. And so B-Dog, in his infinite wisdom, decided to put it up to each series. So he put up a poll in each series. We couldn't see, like I'm in bronze, I couldn't see silver's poll or gold's poll and so on and so on. So I actually voted for realistic damage because I've raced it before. It's fun. And I just kind of wanted to see how it went. Well, I got trumped. So we ended up going with normal damage, and gold went with normal damage, and silver, dare to be different, went with realistic. So I'm really curious how this is going to work out.
I'll tell you what, Oscar, my thoughts and prayers. Colt Chevy said it Monday night. My thoughts and prayers are with Silver Series on the realistic damage, but we will see how this plays out. And for the last vote, it was a double or single file restart, and Silver voted for double file restarts. So they will be restarting next to each other instead of in a single file. So, with all that being said, Oscar, what can you tell us about Bloomfield, the racetrack?
Oh, Bloomfield, I'm not a huge fan of ovals. There's a couple that I, for some reason, am decent at. Bloomfield is not one of them. What's unique about this track, there's one line you really want to follow, and that's the high line. But the problem is, if you go too high, that there's no guardrails, there's nothing to keep you up there. So if you're going too fast or whatever, and you crest that, the high line, and you crest it, it's just going to pull you completely off the track. But an interesting thing about Bloomfield is you can actually make up time. So if everybody's singled out in single file, let's say the guy in second or third, you can actually make up time by dropping down just a little bit in the corner and not push anybody out. You can actually hold that line and make up some time and hopefully gain a position.
Yeah, and I think that's well said. And the biggest thing for me personally on Bloomfield is the berm up top. You get over that berm, it's legit game over time. So running a line, and the key here for those of you watching, 40 laps. That's 40 times around the track, and you got to stare at the same line every lap. And these laps are 14 seconds, 13 seconds. So it's going to be some pretty close racing. So I think the fast lap, if I saw correctly, went to Sacro, the 13.62, which is
that's actually really good.
Was it? Yeah, 13.62. I think I saw. I'm sorry, I've got my mind on my paper here. I'm looking at my phone. I'm just making everything's going all right. Oscar's got to vote for Leadsman.
Yep.
Get out.
As soon as I jump into the lobby, I get people wanting to kick me. It's great.
That's what happens when you're popular.
That's right.
So,
and if I remember correctly, you actually led quite a few laps at Bloomfield on Monday in the Bronze Series, and you actually went a little too high and crested that berm, and I think you ended up in what, fourth?
Fifth. Actually, it was
okay.
It was a lag spike. I've been having problems, and I hope that the stream isn't plagued by the lag spikes tonight. When somebody enters or exits the room, I get a lag spike. It's a spike in my ping, and it shoves me off to the right, which is no bueno. And that's what happened to me following Sprague. That happened like right after he passed me too.
Yep.
And I really, how about you, Oscar? But I like to follow people. I don't like to. Being in the lead is horrible. I hate it because you have to be the perfect racer, and the guy behind you gets to analyze you and tear down your line and find out where he can pass you and all that stuff. That's what I like to do. I don't like to lead. I hate it.
Well, and that's the interesting thing about pretty much everybody in the PRA in these series races and stuff like that, is all of us are pretty much the same. We like to analyze what the guy in front of us is doing. I don't think anybody can do that better than Teague or Zuris, Zuris is in Gold Series. He is just a master at that. But I do way, way better if I'm chasing somebody down.
Speaking of Teague, it looks like he has quit the lobby. He may have pinged out or may have a technical issue. I hope he can make it back.
Absolutely, yes.
It'd be a shame to miss Teague. Last year I told everybody on the streams when I was with AY that Teague is the ultimate analyzer during races. So intelligent, and he will take what you do and he will do it better. And he always does it behind you, and then he gets you on that one lap. Bye-bye. See you later.
And I've raced with Teague for quite a few years. basically in public lobbies and stuff like that. He's actually
Yeah.
the reason I bought the game. I'm sure I've told that story many times, but watching him is just, it never gets boring.
Right, right. The guy's an OG for sure. So you are in the lobby now, Oscar. I can see you down there.
Yep, I made it in.
All right.
Now I can see who's all in here.
That's right.
So, ooh,
Let's see who we got here.
It's stacked in here.
Oh my God, yeah, it is. I mean, we got Grab DH Best. Love that guy. Love that guy. Got AYDY1 down there. 1 and 2. Wow. I don't even know who to pick right now at this point. Seriously, I don't know who to pick.
Yeah, I'm going to, especially after watching, I pretty much raced with everybody in here. I know who B. Sprague is. I've watched him in the past streams and stuff like that. I don't think I've ever raced with him. That guy from Ohio, he's just about as old school as Teague.
Yep.
I mean, he's been around for a very long time. DH Fest, that guy's just fun. There's just no two ways around that. He's just fun.
DH Fest. Oh, Spider Monkey said Sakura, thumbs up.
I'm gonna have to stick with Ruthless. I saw him perform on Monday, and I've seen him in public lobbies and stuff like that. It's like most people, he's very rare to make a mistake, and he's just really fast.
Yeah, I mean, that's a respectable choice right there, 100%. But, everybody knows that we have these racers that we follow, we're friends with, and I have my favorite racers. And I'm going to go with my favorite racer tonight. I'm going to go Captain Nap. Captain Napkins on the win tonight, hands down.
Well, you can never go wrong with Captain Napkins. That's a solid pick.
That is right. I could just, oh man, I could hear his laugh now. I could just, and I'd love to get him. I'd love to get him in the booth. He's a great guy. All these guys are great guys, but man, Captain Napkins is my favorite. I'm gonna root for him on tonight for sure.
All right. Well, we'll just have to see how it goes.
Well, as the timer counts down here, we're probably going to do a couple of pace laps, get everything lined out here, and make sure all these cars get lined up.
I was so busy trying to get in, I didn't see who actually won the qualifying.
Sacro got the top lap here. Okay, get my settings going and everything. All right. So, as we get them all lined up, Mr. Oscar, I'm going through the paint jobs. Which ones do you like?
Oh, yeah, that's always a fun one. I think I'm going to have to go with DH Fest.
DH Fest. Let me get on to DH Fest. Ooh, I like that. I
have to change my camera view.
I like that.
There we go. I don't know what I had it on, but it was wrong.
It was not correct. I am going to go with J. Ray Sunshine. I like that red and yellow. That is so awesome.
Well, red and yellow, that was my colors last year.
I know, it almost looks like the McDonald's mobile.
That's right.
He's going to pull up and order a Big Mac. All right, we got 4 laps down. And they're going to do a 5-lap run around here before things get going. And Oscar, you want to take us to green for week 1 in silver?
I sure will.
Heck yeah.
Around. It looks like the last turn here.
Well, let's see.
And they're going... Oh, no, they got
one
more turn there.
Yep. Oh, this is going to be fun.
They're going to go around again.
Yep, one time. Oh, Captain Napkins on the pole right next to Sacro. That's going to be fun to watch. I'm going to sit on J. Ray here and see if I can get some action with Sacro and Captain. Take it away, Oscar.
All right, as they're coming up to the start-finish line, and they are green, green, green.
Heck yeah, and it looks like Sacro is going to take that jump. Napkins getting a little squirrely, straightening himself out here. J. Ray's just hanging back right now. Let's take a peek behind J. Ray. Oh, and Sprague's going to cut him in. He's going to cut him in and push him up.
I'm still up front here, and Sacro is pulling away a little bit, but Napkins is right there on the turns, dropping it down.
It looks like B. Sprague's going to get that line under J. Ray and take that 3rd position. This track is a big, it's a big cut track. You get that bottom line, and you're going to push that guy up a little bit, and he's going to be forced to give you that position. As you can see, Bobby just took that position from J-Ray, so Bobby's now in fourth, and J-Ray's got to get down on the inside, or he's just going to get shuffled back.
I'm on with Ruthless Mama right now, and I had a little conversation with him this morning, and he said that Bloomfield was going to be not as good for him, and he's hoping for a good showing, but being in 10th or 9th and 10th, hopefully he can work up a little bit.
Well, I've got myself on Leachman here. We got a 3-4 car battle here. Looks like it's going to be for 7th place, 6th, 7th, and 8th here. AYDY trying to cut in Leach. He's going to, oh man, Leachman's going to get pushed up. It's just fun to watch these guys undercut each other every lap and try to get that position.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, you can actually gain on someone pretty quick once you get past the side-by-side thing.
Yep.
On this track, which is kind of unusual for an oval.
Yeah, I think it's, I personally like to run that middle line, maybe just a little bit upper from the middle line, as we see Leachman loses that 7th spot to AY as AY screws up, and he is going to get it back from AY temporarily.
Yep.
I like to run that middle line, a little higher than the middle line, but if I'm going to undercut somebody, I'll take this wide arc from top to bottom, where I'll turn late and get a straight run down on that inside line. And that seems to work well for me.
Oh, absolutely.
We see
I know
AY.
In last season with the, I can't remember the car, the Gremlin.
The Gremlin.
It was actually, a lot faster if you stayed up high with it.
Yeah.
Whereas the Rammer, just handles totally different, so cutting it down a little bit actually helps.
I think, like Ty Hard was saying, you put it in gear 1, it'll eat up on the top. I know some of these guys like gear 5, some like gear 3. I think the 3 and the 5 gear run better in the middle of the track.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get myself back up here on Sacra, who is distancing himself right now from the rest of the pack. 20 laps in, just about midway through here. Let's check.
Yeah, I'm on with Mamba again, and the fight for 7th is pretty close between AY, Leachman, and Ruthless.
Here we go. I'm on AY.
Really hard.
Yeah, we got a 3-way battle here. These guys,
Graham Paul and D8. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I saw that when I was looking in my rear view. I saw somebody go off the track. I can't see who it was.
I didn't see who went off. It might have been Graham Paul. Oh, no, he's right here.
Solpun gets up onto J-Ray a little bit and pushes him out. I had so much lag there. Solpun's car was right on top of J-Ray's driver. I'm getting a little lag spikes from time to time here. So I'm going to look at the...
What I've noticed with these upper series, the ovals is really anybody's game. It's who can get out to the front first, which Sacro seemed to have done that, which is good.
Sacro has improved his qualifying time from a 13.62 to a 13.58, and that is considerably faster than anybody else in the field right now. The next one that I can see is B. Sprague with a 13.605. That is, this Sacro is booking right now.
Yeah, and he's got a pretty decent gap on him, on B. Sprague and Napkins. Napkins is right there on B. Sprague, ready to pounce if he hiccups.
I think Napkins is playing this smart. He's biding his time. As we were talking earlier, these guys, you and I and a lot of other people, we like to follow rather than lead. I'd like to think Captain is sitting here in the next 5-6 laps left to go. He's going to make a move on Sprague.
I believe he is.
Sitting on
that's wise. Just kind of pace yourself, this early in the race. That way you don't make any mistakes.
Oh, absolutely. And it's we were talking earlier, the worst thing about this track is one mistake, and it's, you're going to lose 1, 2, 3 spots even if you're up too high, if you're down too low, and you have to downshift or brake, because you want to go around these tracks with absolutely no brake, just balls through the walls all the way around.
Yeah, actually, you're right. You just don't let off. Just keep going.
Just keep moving. That's right. See, Ruthless and Leedsman are still out here battling it for the 9th spot. I'm going to stay on these guys for a little bit.
All their times are really close. I was all the way back with Blood and Tears, and he's 13.6. Everybody's around 13.6.
You see, Spider Monkey says that Sacro has fans who are trying to chat.
Yeah.
I can't see the chat because my phone doesn't allow it or something weird. I can't.
And I'm the moderator for the chat, and I wasn't even looking at it. Let me hide this guy.
What's going on in the chat? Wire says, poor Graham, my pick's not doing too well. He's doing about as good as you do on the poker tables, Wired.
Absolutely. I do love picking on Wired and taking all his chips.
Oh, yes, of course. And we see Sacro is coming up on lap traffic. And we are coming up on the caution cutoff here. I believe the caution cutoff is going to be lap 40. So they're on lap 38 right now. A couple more laps, and there will be no more cautions, regardless of what happens. Shots fired, he says. I'm going to stick on Sacro here. I'm looking behind him and seeing if anybody's got any battles going on. You seeing anything, Oscar?
No, everyone seems to have single filed out. I'm trying to get through the list here. Again, back with Ruthless Mamba, and him and DFest, or DH Fest. Sorry, I call him DFest. It's easier. There's a lot of DH names. DFest are battling it out pretty good.
I'll stick on DH for a little bit here and see what's going to happen. I got to see Ruthless is right on his rear end. Let me see some times. Ruthless is running a 13.641 is his best lap, which is right about where he was Monday, I believe. DH is running a little bit faster on his best lap. So, see where these guys are going to end up here. Look around, see if I can find anybody. And once these guys single file out, it is basically, you're going to stay there unless the guy in front of you makes a mistake or just runs the wrong line.
Yeah, and I was just on board with Blood and Tears, who unfortunately is in last place, but I was looking to see how close Sacro was to him, and I think they're going to be able to pull it off without any lap traffic.
Okay, I'm going to get back up here. Ruthless just took the ace spot from DH Fest, and I need to get back up on the leader.
Oh,
Here's
yeah,
our leader,
Sacro.
Sacro. We're on the last
lap. They're just going to battle it all the way to the end.
I'm going to stick on Ruthless. I can't get to our leader. Got where our leader's at. It wouldn't let me get back on Sacro for some reason.
Well, congratulations, Sacro, and I need to add him.
Yes. So we got Sacro coming in for the win. B. Sprague, Captain Napkins, Bobby, Soul Pun, AY, J. Ray, Ruthless, DH, and that guy from Ohio rounding out your top 10 in that order. And it looks like Leedsman has now quit. What happened? Uh-oh, and Oscar has left the party. That's not good. Oscar, get back in here. Oh, I know where he went. He went to the game chat. There he is.
I'm sorry about that. My advanced age. I pushed too many buttons.
My advanced age.
And took myself right out of the party.
Did you get Sacro the invite?
Yeah, I told him I was going to get him up in here because I started a party with him on accident. But I'll get there.
All right.
There he is.
And when he joins in, we will get our interview down before the second race of the night. There's the man of the hour, Mr. Sacro. What's up, bud?
Congratulations, man.
No, thank you. Yeah, it's my first win in PRA. It's great.
Nice. That is what a
Very
feeling.
nice.
Huh? So, Sacro, I see that you put up the fast time at that lap during qualifying. Who did you think was going to cause you a problem at the start of that race? Anybody?
Well, I was looking at napkins. I figured he would get faster. I knew that he's fast in that rammer, and I figured that he would catch me or at least give me issues right there on those first 2 laps. I did end up getting a decent jump right there at the beginning, so it helped me out.
Good. Oscar, you got anything for Sacro?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking to Teague just joined back in.
Yes, I saw that.
So when you got pole position, I'm sorry if I missed, if Bum already asked this question, but at pole position, did you think, okay, well, I got it? I mean, I'm going to have some competition, but
I figured a lot of the guys didn't run their best laps in qualifying, so I thought it would be a battle there, at least halfway in the race to the end. But I did, at least it looked like there was some battling going on, maybe second and third, so that helped out a lot. I just got to hit my lines and get a little bit of a lead, and it's hard to catch up when they're all running about 1/10 of a second apart.
Yeah, and there was quite a few battles going on behind you, so you had some, it helped you out by keeping up in clean air. Congratulations. Really happy for you.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, Sacro. If you would do me a favor and turn up your mic volume just in case you win the next race.
Is it hard to hear?
Yeah, Spider asked if we could turn up your mic volume. I'm not going to touch anything because I don't want to end the stream on accident because it's my first time. So if you could,
I can
turn
yell into the mic if you
there
like.
You go.
There you go. Perfect.
It's Spider's old age. He might need a hearing aid. All right, good luck, Sacro. Get back in there and kick some butt, all right?
All right. Thanks,
all right,
guys.
buddy. Good luck. All right. That was good old Sacrosanct with the first win in week 1, season 14 of Silver Series Racing. No surprise,
Seemed like a pretty
Oscar.
easy win for him.
Yeah, Spider says yes, sir. Really no surprise. This guy is just unbelievably quick. I think Sacro come down from A class. He's usually an A or B class racer, if I remember right. To come.
Yeah, it's actually been quite a while since I've seen him down in the C class.
Still, no lag in skill, no lag in times, no nothing. Just still whooping some butt.
Yeah, a very, very smooth racer.
All right, so we got Pine Hills up next. So, Oscar, I don't know if you have to leave for this qualifying as well. Let's check our little chat.
Oh, yeah.
Thing here. I don't know because you had to on the last one. I just want to make sure here. Qualifying results. We are going on now. John's obviously.
How many people do we have in here? Maybe that's why Leeds can't get back in.
Yeah, it might be. You may have to leave. Oh, well, they're going to let you stay, I guess.
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay. Leedsman not making it back, he says. Maybe you will have to leave. I am unaware, Mr. Leedsman. To be honest with you. So what am I going to ride along with here? Are you still in the lobby?
Yeah, Leedsman says he's done for the night.
Okay, shutting off.
His PS5 keeps shutting down, so very unfortunate for Leedsman.
Oh my God!
Contender.
Okay, I'm an idiot because there are 2 Leedsmans in the chat.
Oh.
Because he's like, so the other one's like, where did Leedsman go? I'm like, you are Leedsman. And then he's like, Leedsman didn't make it back? I'm like, you are Leedsman. So, all right. But we're going to do some qualifying here on 5 laps here at Pine Hills, Maine. This is a staple for PRA racing first week. So is Bloomfield. Oscar, since you're in here, why don't you run us around this track real quick?
Okay, like you said, this is a staple, a main go-to for the PRA. I kind of wish it wasn't, but here we are. So it's not a long, it's kind of a, I wouldn't say long or short. It's like a mid-pack track or a mid-size track. Mm-hmm. And you can really pick up some speed on this thing with some downhills on it. Problem is there's little hidden treasures all around this track, and we will see it in every series from here to eternity. Everybody knows where they're at, but somebody's going to hit them. There are little rocks in the bushes. We have this tree that AYDY is getting ready to come up to. I think. Nope, I'm on the wrong part of the track. There he is right there. That tree right there. That's going to take somebody out. And then, all these little rocks that are in the bushes are they're killer. You can't, once you hit them, it's over. You're gonna flip.
Yeah, and I'd like to add, there's the turns. This car, the Rammer, is not a car that likes to turn. It's more of an e-braker where you gotta slam that e-brake to get that rear end to swing around sometimes. And I'm on with Knack, and there was a hairpin, and he just went around a left-hand turn. That is a doozy with this car if you do not take them correctly. So we need to watch out for that. There's a couple bumps. There's also a bump Captain's coming up to before the final right-hand turn before the start-finish. Whoop, right there, he went through it. If that's taken incorrectly, your car will shoot out straight at the wall, which is not good at all either. Ramin says he's sticking with Cram for Pine Hills. Oscar, I'm going to ask you, who do you have for Pine Hills?
I was just going to ask you that first.
You were just going to ask me.
This is why you're top. This is why you're top bronze and I'm bottom bronze. You're fast.
Not true. Not true. Okay.
This is another tough one because this lobby is just packed. I mean, there is no slow person in this lobby. No. I've raced with all of them. There's a couple I haven't raced with much, but I know J Ray is a favorite. Favored to win. I know Soul Pun's been putting in a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
Teague, our veteran, Sacro, of course, is one that you know what? I know what I'm going to do, and I'm gonna kick you in the kneecaps. I'm taking Captain Napkins for this one.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, you can have Captain. Just this one race, though. So, that's a very, very good pick. Although Captain...
And in the 54.3, I mean, he's cooking.
Yeah, Ruthless has upped his time from Monday to a 54.1. Oh, my God. OMG. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. Wow. With such a field... Blood has not ran under a 54 as of yet. I am going to go out on a limb here. D West says this is AYDY's race to lose. That is true. And you know what, D West? I'm picking AY. There you go. Because you just reminded me that AY is a stud at this track. This guy can roll on this track. I'm currently running in fourth. Go ahead.
Yeah, AY has pretty much improved everywhere. And
yes.
It really came to fruition in our off-season events. Just how fast he really is. He just has to breathe and kind of control himself a little bit.
Absolutely.
And he is going to be in gold. I mean, next week he'll be in gold.
Look at this, Oscar. Our chat is just right there with it. We got, how many people? AY. Zuri says AY. You got Old Stock Canuck is rooting for, who did he pick now? I just forgot.
Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. He's rooting for Bobby, yes. We got to vote for Grandpa. We got everybody in here. I love this. Is great.
Just to, because he's a bud, I'm going to come to the defense of Blood and Tears. We've all raced with him. We know how nice of a guy he is. We all know how fast he is. But he has taken on double or even triple his workload in the last couple of weeks. So he's not on as much anymore and not as much time to practice. So he's told me today he's just going to do what he can do and have fun with it. And hopefully he does well.
We all hope Blood does well. All of us. Anybody who caught that, Frylock, maybe Fry says napkins. We got Sprague. If anybody, Zuri's caught it. Sprague hit a 53.6, I think. Vote kick Oscar from
Yeah, and
Georgia.
I'm getting kick vote in the chat,
Oh, that
not just
is-
the lobby. That's awesome.
Oh, that is awesome. All right, so we got 15 laps at Pine Hills. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Pine Hills, 15 laps, we are going to have a lap cutoff at 12. So after lap 12, there are no
Caution
more
cutoff. Yeah,
Caution cutoff. That's right. Did I say caution cutoff? What did I say, Oscar?
you said lap cutoff at 12.
The lap cutoff.
We're going 15 though.
That's
we're
right.
We're gonna spice it up a bit.
After lap 12, race is over, gentlemen. So there's a caution cutoff at lap 12. Now on this track, it is a one-car tally system. So if one car goes off the track all by himself, our race official, who was our race official? Let me get down there.
That is
I don't-
John.
John-
I'm not going to try to say his last name.
Me neither. Me neither. John Waugh. Here we go. John Waugh.
There you
John,
go.
if John Waugh calls a caution, it's going to be on one car. One car can cause a caution. It could not on the oval. Of course, we are still on realistic damage. Oscar, question: is it going to come into play on this track?
It absolutely is going to come into play. I don't think it's going to come into play with contact. I mean, there's going to be a little door rubbing, and we even practice in realistic. And you can do some door rubbing and some bumping without any problems. But if you hit the rocks, or if you hit the guardrail, or if you roll that car, it takes damage quickly.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, dude! Solpun ran a 54.091. I wonder if that's his personal best. Holy, he ran faster than Ruthless.
Yeah, he's got to be getting up there to his personal best. I know he's been putting in a lot of work this season as well. Before this season started.
Surprise!
Before we move on
Surprise.
real quick, a shout out to John, our host. Congratulations on becoming an official, man. That is really a big deal. That's really cool.
Absolutely, big responsibilities. Big responsibilities, but he's
That's
got
right.
the.
And I know he's got a little birdie in his ear. We can't see
yeah.
him, but we know he's there.
He's going to be
Helping
able
him
to
out.
fill those boots. That's
Yep.
for sure. See, I am going to get right along here once I get my settings correct. All right, you know what? I am going to ride along with Soul Pun. Oh, excuse me. Wow, I got to quit drinking the Pepsi. All right, who are you riding along with, Mr. Oscar?
At the moment, I'm on with Teague. He's kind of
Okay.
mid-pack.
All right.
Just going to kind of see how they shape up when they go side-by-side. Are they doing a side-by-side? Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
they're going to single file right now, and then they're going to
Oh,
call
I
out
see what
the
they're
order.
doing. They're getting
Yep.
rid of obstacles, which unfortunately in realistic damage, even at this low speed, that you do take on damage when you start moving tires and stuff like that. Excuse me.
All right, I am going to. Are they? They're not doing single file, are they? No way.
No, I noticed this. Unfortunately, I left early
There
for
they
the
go.
bronze race, but I noticed
There
that
they
they
go.
did single file and then doubled up.
Yep. Same thing we do on bronze. They get them single filed out, make sure everybody's in the correct order. They're going to double them up, and then the host is going to call out the fastest lap, which is Sprague, if he wants inside or outside. And he is going to.
And if you'll notice, Bon, there is
inside.
no pace car
Yes.
in
Yes.
last race or this race, and I think it's been decided that we don't need a pace car anymore. It does get confusing because it throws out the numbers a little bit. So I think we're just going to leave it up to our lead drivers to set the pace for the pace laps.
Yeah, we are green. We're green on Pine Hills, Maine, race 2 in week 1, season 14 for the series Silver Series races. I'm going to ride along with Soul Pun, and I'm just going to look in his rear view here and find out who's doing what. As Ruthless hits the inside skirt. A lot of people run 4 suspension. Some of the more ballsy, more gutsy racers are going to run a 5. The difference is the skirts and the bumps. The 5 suspension is going to hit a little harder and shove your car around a little bit more.
Yeah, during practices I ran a 5 because that seemed to be the preferred with the higher end drivers, and
Right.
I wrecked more than I went straight.
Yep.
So I ended up with a 4, and I was actually quite comfortable with a 3.
I ran a 4. I ran a 5. I got my personal best with the car in a 5. But just couldn't consistently do it, so I went back to my 4. I'm looking back through from Soul Pun's rear view here, and I don't. These guys are racing clean, man. These guys are not touching. They're not banging. And AY is going to...
As I suspected, if any damage is going to happen, it's going to be with the track, not the drivers bumping into each other.
So
These guys are very skilled at what they're doing.
Trying the late break, or actually the early break on AY, it did not work. AY is in second. And Ruthless takes that third. Soul Pun has been shuffled back to fourth. So he's going to have to do a little makeup work here. Because he's got J-Ray breathing right down his neck right now.
And as I kind of thought this morning that Ruthless Mamba was going to be jumping up rather quick, and he is, although he did mention AY was going to be a problem to get around. So I know that was making him nervous, was trying to get around AY. Not that AY is rough or anything, but AY is just fast. Just really fast.
Very fast. Yeah, I wouldn't consider AY the big blocker like Milsey is, or, you know, like people say I am. I don't really get that, but he is.
Yeah, you're hard to pass. you drive a wide car. And Ty and Milsey, and there's quite a few of you that can really prevent somebody from passing you.
Well, when you're as slow as I am, you got to do something, right?
That's what I do. I just don't have anybody behind me.
Okay, as we see J-Ray. Who's next to J-Ray? That's Sacro and J-Ray going at it. I'd hate to change my... I know what's going to happen. I'll push the left button. It'll go to the person in the back, and I won't get on the person I want. Oh, now I'm on Teague. All right. Ooh, Teague's got the pretty pink. Pretty in pink.
Yep, Teague always has some kind of a version of purple or pink on him.
Now, I did not expect these guys to file out like this. They're only on lap 5. And they're filing out. You get these little miniature battles here and there, but nothing.
And hairpin right there where Teague just came around. Oh, and he almost went all the way sideways, but they seem to bunch up right there. But yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised they've singled out as quickly as they have.
Napkins back in 8th, trying to make his way up. That's a surprise. I'm going to go around the field here and find these little miniature battles. We got one with Sacro and J-Ray. As J-Ray lights out of it wisely, doesn't want to cause an accident, especially on realistic damage.
B-Sprague is increasing his gap by quite a ways.
Yeah, Sprague, I believe... Oh, we got somebody off the track up here. Mamba has gone off the track.
Oh, no, not Mamba.
Oh, but he's gotten back on it safely. He hasn't hit anything or anybody. I think he may have taken that corner wrong. So, I mean... Right now, he's in 4th. I mean, in 4th, I'd still call it a no harm, no foul.
Right, and that's the thing with this track. Every single corner has a surprise for you. And it's really not a surprise. Everybody knows where all these problems are. It's just if you get excited and you're going too fast, something's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. And you know, when you're in the heat of the moment, we're racing with everybody. These guys, we know them all. We've raced with them all. You know, but for some reason, when we get into a lobby in the PRA, our nerves are getting ramped up. You know, we make mistakes. Palms get sweaty. Oh, and Captain's getting... Oh, he saves it. He got pushed out a little bit. Bobby and Captain are battling it out for 7th here. Oh, and Napkins hits the wall. Not good. Teague gets by him as well. Oh, I hate to see that. Let's see if he can recover. Teague. Oh no, Teague biffed it on the hairpin.
I'm back here in the very back with Graham Paul, and I'm surprised he's back here. But him, DFS, and Blood. Yeah, I'm just surprised to actually see all 3 of these guys towards the back.
Let me. I think Captain is and Teague, Bobby. They have single filed themselves out there. Let me get back with. Oh, I just passed B. Sprague, the leader. I'm going to look in the rear view. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude. I looked in the rear view mirror, and B. Sprague is, wow. See ya. Sayonara. I'm out of here.
Yeah, and our Cinderella story from a couple of seasons ago, Soul Pun, is really holding a solid second, but AY is breathing down his neck.
I've got Sacro and Ruthless going out. Sacro is trying to take that outside line. Very hard to take around that turn. Very hard to take. As ruthless,
Captain and Bobby beating up each other a little bit, very respectfully, but beating up each other a little bit. They've raced together for a long time. And
Bobby
is right there.
If you're next to Bobby, he ain't going to let you pass easily. There's no way he's just going to let you go by.
No, you absolutely have to work at it to get around him. He's not going to make it easy on you. And Napkins is the same way.
Oh, of course. Yeah. And in realistic damage, it's a little bit more of a test. In realistic damage, do I really want to tap the guy here, or do I really want to crumple up my fenders for this? You got to pick your spots.
100%, especially if you start taking on too much damage. Obviously, initially it's body parts, and your car looks uglier than it already does. But once you start getting into the suspension and the motor and the transmission, it really affects how the car handles.
As we were talking there, we got Teague, who got by Captain, I believe. Did Captain take that spot back? He did. So Teague got by Captain, and the Captain said, no, I'm taking that back. As I see Spider says, very clean race so far.
And Captain Napkins takes Bobby.
Oh, yeah, he got that inside line.
And Teague is right there to take it from Bobby as well. Bobby is really fast, though. He can gain speed really quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Bobby's on preset 5 or not. That preset 5 is where it's at. And I think Napkins is on 5. I don't know if Teague is. But you can tell the guys who are on preset 5, when they shift, they get this little lunge in front of the other guys who don't have that preset 5. It's just that much quicker.
Well, I'll tell you, Bumskeg, that is a foreign language to me. Preset what?
5.
I'm an automatic, man. Automatic.
That's right. You're the automatic. So, preset 5 is for the manual clutch drivers.
Yes, I am familiar with all the presets. I even tried preset 5 with a manual, and I had to replace my controller, and just decided if I'm going to have fun, I'm just going to stay in automatic.
I had to replace my hand. You have to hold the controller so weird. I just couldn't do it. But some of these guys, they do it just fine, and they always say, well, if you do it for a week, you can get used to it. I'm like, no, I'm not.
I was over a week and extremely stressed out, so I just said, okay, I'm done. I'll just go back to automatic and finish where I finish. But back to the racers, I'm on board with that guy from Ohio. I raced with him so many times a long time ago. And when I joined the PRA, I think it was the next season. Oh, and Bobby's around, and he hits the tree. He collects him a little bit, but keeps it straight and going. And when I saw that guy pop in the PRA, I actually got pretty excited. He ran a lot of D class in a C class lobby, and would take the wins.
Yeah,
he just has it figured out.
He ran in our team challenge with Frylock's team and did quite well, in fact.
Bobby has taken on a lot of damage. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
you're fine.
I'm on board with his vitals, and he's red. But he's done. He's
red. Critical. He's critical. 14 health left, and
that is very unfortunate. Keep it going though, Bobby. Don't give up. Just finish your laps, man. Don't give up. Don't hit anything else either, though.
Don't hit anything else. So we are on the caution cutoff on lap 12 here. So if Bobby wrecks, that's, of course, I think he would probably DNF at that point.
Hopefully in a safe spot, because if somebody collects him a dead car, it's your wheels are going to come off. I'm back on with Ruthless Mamba in 4th. Right behind AY.
Oh, we got 3 wide going around the hairpin.
3 wide.
Oh, guys, you're going to rumble up your
Sacro
cars.
Takes it. Look at that.
I'm on Solpun looking in his rear view. Oh, nice big bump there.
Beat each other up. We're almost done. Get it going.
Get
your spot.
You can't have a clean race. What are you talking about? So we're on lap 13. On lap 14, if this calms down, I am going to get up on Sprague if I can find him.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on with Sacro and Ruthless and AY. I'm really hoping AY can get his spot back.
All right, so I'm on Sacro, looking behind to. We got Ruthless and AY, and as they have single filed out here, I need to get up on Sprague if I can find him. Oh, as Ruthless hits the wall, we got him.
Here, I can get
Oh,
on
here we
Sprague
go.
right there. Oh, there is a massive gap.
Yeah,
with Sprague and
as AY is now fourth, looking to take Sacro. Oh, and Ruthless said, "Get out! That's my spot." Okay, Sprague is going to win this.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ruthless gets shoved out.
As long as he doesn't hit anything, he's going to be just fine. A shout out to Sultan for holding second for pretty much the entire race.
Yeah, big time. So we are on our last lap right here.
Yep.
15 of 15. Okay, Sacro's running away with this now. He's gotten away. I am going to try and find Sprague. Here we are.
Yep.
The
Checking
leader.
on Sprague's internals and stuff like that. He has 0 damage for the most part. I think he got away clean and just kept it there.
He's been running a clean race. I'm going to look in his rearview mirror, and nothing but clean sailing here, man.
Yeah, I'm on with Sulpan now. Another very clean car at 97%, so he did really well. So apparently they knew what they were doing with the realistic damage they were able to have. Well, not Bobby. Bobby's in rough shape.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Sprague has just won the second race of the season. Great race.
Sprague.
And he ran a 53.9 in his best lap, so he has broken the 54s. Let's go back through the field here real quick. Grandpa and DH Fest battling it out for 9th and 8th. Oh! D-Fest takes 8th. Let's see, I need to get back to the... There we go. Sprague, Solpun, Sacro, J-Ray, Captain T, Ohio, DH, Blood and Tears, and Bobby.
Yeah, Blood took on a lot of internal damage as well. He's down to 68%. You can see the car backfiring as it crosses the line.
We need to get B. Sprague in here, my friend.
Yep, I was just making sure everybody finished the race first, and well, you know what? I don't know if I'm his, but
that's why it screwed up the finishing order. 3 of them, 2 of them quit out before the race was over. It screwed up the finishing order for me.
Whoops, I didn't mean to kick him. Sorry, bud.
It'll get his attention at least.
Yep. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do... Oh, we are friends now. That was quick.
Yeah, B. Sprague knows the drill.
There he is, and he's on his way.
Nice. B. Sprague, congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, congratulations. You pretty much had that from the start. A lot of clean air.
So when you got up in the lead there, when did you realize that there was nobody behind you? Okay. Right. Right. That's a smart move, man. That's a smart move by a great racer. Good job, B. Sprague. Congratulations.
Yep, congratulations, man.
All right, so that was B. Sprague, our winner for the second race in Silver Series, Week 1, Season 14, and that...
Oh, apparently they couldn't hear him. We forgot to check his settings.
Oh, no. Well,
he has a very deep voice, and he was very happy he won.
So we need to end our stream because gold is going to start shortly. So be sure to stay tuned to the PRA network on YouTube, and the gold stream should start quickly. Oscar, it's a pleasure, and I look forward to working with you all year. Granted, I don't win every race in bronze.
Well, I hope you do win every race in bronze and you move up to silver. And I'm good with whoever I have to commentate with. But yes, it's always fun to be around you and talking with you and having a good time.
Thank you, Oscar. I appreciate it. And guys, thank you for joining. And we all had a great time. And I will see you guys next week. We will see you guys next week. Have a good one, guys.
Absolutely. Have fun.